Good morning. Welcome to our channel English Buddy. This is the lesson. Every success story is also a story of great failures. Page number 16. Do you consider these people failures? They succeeded in spite of problems, not in the absence of them. But to the outside world, it appears as though they just got lucky. The first line, do you consider these people failures? These people means, who do you think those people? These people means whom we learn about in earlier pages or paragraphs. We have learnt about Abraham Lincoln and Lee Forrest, Wright brothers, Colonel Sanders, Thomas Alva Edison. These people, do we call them failures? No, not at all. Because they succeeded in their life even though having problems. They succeeded when they have not problems. Having the problems, they have succeeded. But what the people say? The people say just they are lucky people. Why? Because the people won't understand the struggles of hurdles behind their success. The people won't see, they see just one side of the picture. One side of the picture means their present situation. They see only the present situation. That's why they say simply lucky persons. But if we take Abraham Lincoln for example, didn't he fail many times in business? Didn't he fail in the elections? So many times he failed in the business and elections. He had so many problems. Having the problems, he tried again and again. At the age 52, he got the victory. He got the success. When he got the success, what do people say? People say just simply, he is the lucky person. Like that, if we take Lady Forrest, he was insulted by the district attorney. And if we take another example, Wright brothers, they were questioned by a journal, New York, New York Times journal, and Thomas Alva Edison also the same. He was also insulted by his teacher. They had the problems, but they got the success after trying many times, isn't it? All success stories are stories of great failures. Yes, behind every success story, there was a great failure, many failures. The only difference is that every time they failed, they bounced back. This is called failing forward. In the first paper, in the first paper, section A, in the section A, you will have been given two passages, passage A and B. In the passages, you will have been asked a question, what is failing forward called? Then what would you write? The answer is, a successful man when he failed, he bounces back, is called failing forward. If a successful man fails in a task, he bounces back, is called failing forward rather than backward. You learn and move forward. Learn from your failure and keep moving. This is the line said by, who is telling this line? The author of the lesson, Shivkera is telling us. You means, what does you refer to? You refers to the reader. He is telling, what is he telling? You learn and move forward. You learn something and step forward. learn from your failure and keep moving. Do not stop your efforts. Do not give up your efforts to get the success till you get the success. Learn something when you fail, learn something from failure and keep moving. Go on. He's telling. In 1914, Thomas Edison, at age 67, lost his factory, which was worth a few $1,000,000, on fire. It had very little insurance. No longer a young man, Edison watched his lifetime effort go up in smoke and said, "There is great value in disaster. All our mistakes are burnt up. Thank God, we can start new." In spite of the disaster, 3 weeks later, he invented the phonograph. What an attitude! Yes, in the year 1914, we know about Thomas Alva Edison, who he is. He invented the electrical bulb. At age 67, Thomas Alva Edison's factory, his laboratory, factory means here his experimental factory, it was caught fire. It was caught fire. It was the worth of $1,000,000. It had some little insurance. While it was burning, he did not standing there. He was standing there, watched that his lifetime effort was going on the fire. It was on the fire and smoke, and he thought standing there, a great value is in disaster. Disaster means a bad incident. A great value firing on disaster. Then all our mistakes are burnt up. What the mistakes he did, all the mistakes are burnt up. He said this. He thanked God. We can start a new. What a great attitude of his. Yes, in spite of the disaster, 3 weeks later, he invented the phonograph. What an attitude! Even his factory laboratory was on fire. He was not disappointed. After 3 weeks, again he started his experiment and he invented the phonograph. What an attitude! Isn't it his great attitude? Isn't it wonderful attitude of his? Yes. While when it was fired, he was not disappointed, and again he thanked God because he can start a new one. Below are more examples of the failures of successful people. Here are some failures given of some of the successful people. Thomas Edison failed approximately 10,000 times while he was working on the light bulb. Second one, Henry Ford was broke at the age of 40. Lee Iacocca was fired by Henry Ford too at the age of 54. Young Beethoven, he was a musician. He was a talented musician. Even though he was a talented musician, no one had recognized him. Young Beethoven was told that he had no talent for music, but he gave some of the best music to the world. Setbacks are inevitable in life. A setback can act as a driving force and also teach us humility. In grief, you will find courage and faith to overcome the setback. We need to learn become victors, not victims. Fear and doubt short circuit the mind. Yes, setbacks. Setbacks means you will be asked a question in the first paper under section B. Setbacks. write the similar meaning to the word setbacks. Setbacks means problems which delay you from your progress, from your development. And again, inevitable. Inevitable means the things which happen commonly, the things which happen certainly in your life. So here, setbacks are inevitable in life. In everyone's life, setbacks come. Setbacks come and go. Problems come and go. Everyone faces problems in their lives. A setback drives us. A setback drives us. Driving force means pushed forward. It pushes. A setback can act as a driving force, and also it teaches us a lesson also. It teaches us humility. When we are in grief, we learn humility, how to behave humbly with the others. Yes, in grief, when you are in grief, you will find some courage. You will find courage and faith to overcome the setback. We need to learn. What do you need to learn from grief, from the setbacks? You need to learn to become victors, not victims. You should not be the victims. You should be the victor. Fear and the doubt short circuit the mind. Yes, we face that every time. Fear, when a person gets fear and doubt, he could not succeed. When someone gets the fear, when someone feels the fear and doubt, when he has the doubt, he does not he could not succeed. He does not put complete efforts on that. Yes, ask yourself after every setback, what did I learn from this experience? Only then you will be able to turn a stumbling block into a stepping stone. Yes, when you get a setback, he is telling, the author of the lesson, Shivkera, is telling us, ask yourself after a setback, when you get a problem, ask yourself, what do you ask? What did I learn from this experience? Then you will be able to turn. When you ask yourselves, when you ask a question yourselves, what did I learn? If you ask a question like that, then a stumbling block, it will change into a stepping stone. Do you know stumbling block? This is the noun form. What the stumbling block? A stumbling block is like a what is that? Setbacks, like that. A problem which stops you from development. And stepping stone is the opposite to this. Stepping stone means a problem which moves you forward. This is a stumbling block. When you think like that, when you learn some experience from the failure, stumbling block also changes into stepping stone. The motivation to succeed comes from the burning desire to achieve a purpose. Napoleon Hill wrote, whatever the mind of a man can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. Yes, what the great words are here given. The motivation to succeed comes from the burning desire. If you have the burning desire, if you have the strong desire, if you have a strong wish, the motivation comes to succeed. Then only you will go to success. You will go on the path to succeed. Yes, is it or not? Yes. When you have that, Napoleon Hill here, he writes, whatever the mind of a man can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. Whatever the mind, if a man's mind, what it conceives, what it contains, if he believes, the mind of the man, it can achieve. he says. These are the great words. A young man asked Socrates the secret to success. Socrates told the young man to meet him near the river in the next morning. They met. Socrates asked the young man to walk with him toward the river. When the water got up to their neck, Socrates took the young man by surprise and ducked him into the water. The boy struggled to get out, but Socrates was strong. Yes. One day, a young man asked Socrates to tell the secret of success. Then Socrates told him to meet him near the river the next morning. They met. Socrates asked the young man to walk with him toward the river. Then, when they go up to the water to their neck, Socrates took the young man's neck and pushed him into the water and ducked him. The boy struggled to get out from the water to uh, to his life to save his life, but Socrates was so strong. Students, the next part of the lesson we can learn in the next video. Okay.